Welcome to AGORACOM Small Cap Breaking News, your daily go-to source for the best small cap headlines for over 65 million investors.
Since 2007.
Since 2007.
That's right.
We've got some market-moving news today.
Big day.
So let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
Our first breaking news story comes from the advanced materials sector.
Okay.
HPQ Silicon, HPQ TSXV, is making headlines.
Right.
Their subsidiary HPQ Silica Pulvere has just announced that their fumed silica reactor pilot plant is up and running.
This is big.
That's significant.
Yeah.
What makes this such a big deal?
Well, fumed silica is a key ingredient in a ton of products, from cosmetics to electronics.
Really?
Yeah, HPQ is saying their tech is a more sustainable and efficient way to produce it.
Interesting.
And they're already churning out kilos of the stuff per hour at this pilot plant.
Wow.
They're aiming to get 200 kilograms of commercial-grade material ready for testing by mid-2025.
Ambitious.
Very.
They even have their sights set on producing food and pharma-grade quality in the future. That's right.
That's ambitious.
It is.
Are there any numbers in this release that caught your eye?
Absolutely. HPQ is highlighting that their reactor can produce fumed silica with a wide range of surface areas. That means it's adaptable to different applications.
Okay.
They're also partnering with industry giant Evonik to validate their product.
Wow.
That's a major endorsement.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Let's move on to some news that's sending ripples through the energy sector.
Okay.
What have we got?
Here's the headline.
Okay.
Dragonfly, DPRO NASDAQ. The drone technology company and Volatus Aerospace are joining forces in a pilot project that could change how we explore for oil and gas.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So Volatus brings their advanced bathymetric LiDAR tech to the table,
Okay.
which allows for detailed underwater mapping.
Wow.
And Dragonfly is providing the heavy lift drone platform to carry those sensors. And their drones are known for their ability to stay in the air for long stretches.
Okay.
So they're essentially taking the search for oil and gas underwater, using drones as their eyes.
That's a good way to put it.
What's the potential impact here?
Well, this approach could make exploration much more efficient and cost-effective.
Interesting.
For energy companies, think faster exploration and less money spent. That's a big deal in an industry that's always looking for an edge.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears to a company that's tapping into the world of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
What do we have?
This just in, Brand Pilot AI, EPAS-ESE, is shaking up the ad tech world by announcing that they are integrating cryptocurrency payments through Coinbase Commerce. We're going to be accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC.
So they're making it easier for their global client base to transact using crypto.
Exactly.
What's the strategy behind this move?
Well, it's a bold move.
Okay.
And it signals their confidence in the future of decentralized finance.
Interesting.
They're not just accepting crypto. They're actually holding it on their balance sheet.
Wow.
This opens up some interesting possibilities for them to partner with Web3 and DeFi projects down the line.
It does.
Yeah.
Speaking of bold moves, our next headline has investors buzzing.
All right.
That is it. Get ready for this.
Okay.
Formation Metals, FOMO, CSE, has just acquired the N2 property in Quebec's Casa Berardi gold trend.
What's so special about this N2 property?
Well, the property comes with a historical estimate of 810,000 ounces of gold.
Wow.
Plus, it's situated in a region famous for its rich gold deposits.
Really?
Some of their neighbors include big names like the Casa Berardi mine and the Douay project, both boasting millions of ounces of gold.
So Formation Metals is staking their claim in a prime gold-producing region.
Exactly.
What are their plans for this property?
Well, they've announced a robust exploration program to verify those historical estimates and hopefully unearth even more gold.
Wow.
Given the rising global demand for gold, this could be a major win for them.
Yeah, could. Yeah.
Let's move on to a company that's literally struck gold.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Here's the news flash. Galway Metals, GWM-TSXV, has released some impressive assay results from their Clarence Stream gold project in New Brunswick. Investors are taking notice.
You break it down for me.
All right.
What did they find?
They hit a zone with 26.9 grams of gold per ton over 8.6 meters. That's high-grade gold.
Yeah.
And it gets even better.
Really?
Within that zone, there's a section with a staggering 368 grams of gold per ton over half a meter.
Those numbers are definitely attention-grabbing.
Yeah.
What does this mean for their existing gold resources?
Well, it points to the possibility of significant expansion.
Okay.
Remember, they already have nearly 1 million ounces of gold in the indicated category and over 1.3 million in the inferred category at Clarence Stream.
That's a lot.
It is.
And here's a bonus.
Okay.
They also have one of the largest antimony resources in New Brunswick.
That's right.
Antimony, that's a critical mineral, right?
Yes, it is.
Isn't it used in batteries and other high-tech applications?
You got it.
Okay.
And the price of antimony is on the rise,
Interesting.
putting Galway in a fantastic position to capitalize on both the gold and antimony markets.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Our final breaking news story takes us south of the border.
All right.
Where are we headed?
Gold Resources, GGD TSX, has just achieved a major milestone in Mexico.
What?
The feasibility study for their Los Ricos South project is complete, and the results are impressive.
Give us the highlights.
Huh?
What are the key numbers investors are looking at?
Well, the study shows a potential after-tax net present value of US $355 million and an internal rate of return of 28%.
Wow.
Remember, these calculations are based on conservative gold and silver prices.
Right.
So if those prices go up, the return could be even sweeter.
That's promising.
Yeah.
What about production projections?
They're projecting a 15-year mine life
Wow.
with an estimated production of 80 million ounces of silver equivalent.
That's a lot of precious metal.
It is.
And they're taking a sustainable approach, incorporating dry stack tailings and water recycling into their plans.
That's right. Okay, so now that we've had a chance to kind of survey the landscape,
Yeah.
let's zoom in on a few key details
Okay.
that might have caught our listeners' attention.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm particularly intrigued by HPQ Silicon's approach to producing fumed silica.
Okay.
It sounds like they've found a way to make it more sustainable and efficient. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. The traditional methods for producing fumed silica are quite energy intensive
Okay.
and often rely on fossil fuels, which, as we all know,
Yeah.
aren't doing the planet any favors.
Right.
HPQ Silicon, on the other hand, is utilizing a plasma-based process.
Okay, pause right there.
Right.
For our listener who might not be familiar with plasma technology,
Yeah.
can you give us a quick breakdown?
Sure. Plasma is often referred to as the fourth state of matter,
Okay.
alongside solids, liquids, and gases. It's essentially a superheated ionized gas that carries an electrical charge.
Okay.
This allows it to interact with materials in unique ways.
Uh-huh.
And in HPQ's case, they're using it to create high-purity fumed silica.
So instead of burning fossil fuels to generate the heat needed for traditional production,
Right.
they're using electricity to create this plasma,
Yeah.
which then drives the chemical reaction.
Precisely. And the beauty of this approach is that the electricity can be sourced from renewable sources,
Okay.
like solar or wind power, making the entire process much cleaner and more sustainable.
That's a big win for the environment.
Definitely.
But from an investor's perspective,
Yeah.
is this just a feel-good story, or does it translate into tangible benefits for HPQ Silicon?
It's definitely more than just a feel-good story.
Okay.
There are real economic advantages to this approach.
Like what?
First off, using electricity instead of fossil fuels could significantly reduce their production costs, giving them a competitive edge in the market.
That makes sense. Energy prices can fluctuate wildly.
Great.
So having a process that's less reliant on those volatile commodities makes them more resilient.
Exactly. And beyond cost savings,
Yeah.
there's also the growing demand for sustainably produced materials. Consumers are increasingly conscious of the environmental impact of their purchases,
Right.
and companies are responding by seeking out suppliers who can meet those demands.
Okay.
HPQ Silicon is well positioned to capitalize on this trend.
So it's a win-win. They get to be environmentally responsible and appeal to a growing market segment that's willing to pay a premium for sustainable products.
That's the idea. It's a smart business strategy that aligns their financial interests with their environmental goals.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now let's turn our attention back to Dragonfly
Okay.
and their partnership with Volatus Aerospace
Right.
in the oil and gas exploration space.
Yeah.
I'm curious, beyond the cost and efficiency benefits we discussed earlier, what are some of the other advantages of using drones for underwater mapping?
Well, one of the key advantages is the level of detail they can capture. Traditional sonar-based methods, while useful, can be limited in their resolution and accuracy. LiDAR, on the other hand, produces incredibly precise 3D maps of the seabed,
Really?
revealing subtle features that might otherwise go unnoticed.
So it's like having a high-definition camera for the ocean floor.
Exactly. And that level of detail can be crucial.
Yeah.
When you're trying to identify potential drilling locations,
Yeah.
it allows oil and gas companies to assess the geological formations with much greater precision, reducing the risk of hitting dry wells and wasting precious resources.
That's a huge benefit, especially when you consider the enormous costs associated with offshore drilling.
Yeah.
Every decision has to be carefully calculated.
Absolutely. And beyond just exploration,
Yeah.
this technology can also be used to monitor existing pipelines and infrastructure for leaks and damage. Early detection of problems can prevent catastrophic spills and minimize environmental harm.
So it's not just about finding new resources.
Right.
It's also about managing existing assets responsibly. That's a message that resonates with both investors and the public.
Absolutely. It's a technology that has the potential to make the oil and gas industry safer and more sustainable, which is a win for everyone.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears to Brand Pilot AI and their decision to integrate cryptocurrency payments.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm a bit skeptical about this. Yeah, cryptocurrencies can be so volatile. Isn't this a risky move for a company that relies on stable revenue streams?
It's certainly a bold move.
Okay.
And there's no denying the volatility inherent in the crypto market.
All right.
However, Brand Pilot AI seems to have thought this through carefully. First of all, they're not just accepting any cryptocurrency.
Okay.
They're sticking to established players like Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as USDC, which is a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar.
So they're diversifying their crypto exposure, mitigating some of the risk associated with wild price swings.
Exactly. And it's also worth noting
Yeah.
that they're partnering with Coinbase Commerce,
Okay.
a reputable and regulated platform to process their crypto payments. This adds a layer of trust and security to the process.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
The last thing they want is to get caught up in a shady crypto exchange that goes belly up.
Right. They seem to be approaching this strategically,
Okay.
balancing the potential benefits of crypto payments with the need to manage risk effectively.
But even with those precautions in place, isn't it still a gamble? I mean, crypto could crash tomorrow.
Right.
And they'd be left holding the bag.
It's true that there are no guarantees in the world of crypto.
Yeah.
But there are also risks associated with traditional financial systems. Banks can fail.
Right.
Currencies can devalue.
Yeah.
And governments can impose capital controls.
That's true.
In a way, diversifying into crypto could be seen as a hedge against those risks.
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
It's not just about embracing the potential upside of crypto. It's also about mitigating the risks inherent in the traditional financial system.
Precisely. It's about having options.
Okay.
And not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And in a world that's increasingly embracing decentralized technologies, Brand Pilot AI's move could be seen as a forward-thinking strategy that positions them well for the future.
It's a gamble, but it's a calculated one.
Yeah, I think so.
Now let's delve into the world of mining, where Formation Metals is hoping to strike gold with their N2 property acquisition.
Okay.
The historical estimates are certainly enticing.
Yeah.
But what are some of the key challenges they face in turning those estimates into actual gold cars?
Well, the first challenge is verifying those historical estimates.
Okay.
They were likely generated using different methods and standards than what's common today. So they need to conduct their own exploration program to confirm the presence and grade of the gold deposits.
That makes sense. You can't just take those old estimates at face value.
Right.
They need to do their own due diligence.
Absolutely. And even if they do confirm the presence of significant gold deposits, they then face the challenge of extracting it economically. The grade of the ore, the depth of the deposit, and the surrounding infrastructure all play a role in determining the feasibility of a mining operation.
So it's not just about finding gold. It's about finding it in a way that makes financial sense.
Yeah.
And then there are the environmental considerations.
Right. Mining can have a significant impact on the environment.
Yeah.
So they'll need to obtain the necessary permits.
Okay.
And ensure that their operations meet stringent environmental regulations. This can be a lengthy and costly process, but it's essential for gaining public acceptance and operating sustainably.
So it's a complex undertaking with a lot of moving parts. What are some of the key factors investors should consider when evaluating a junior mining company like Formation Metals?
Well, the first thing to look at is the quality of the management team.
Okay.
Do they have a proven track record of success in the mining industry? Do they understand the complexities of exploration permitting and mine development?
Essentially, you're looking for a team that knows what they're doing
Right.
and has a history of delivering results.
Exactly. The next thing to consider is the jurisdiction where they operate.
Okay.
Is it mining friendly?
Mm.
Are the regulations clear and stable? Is there access to skilled labor and infrastructure?
Those are all critical factors that can make or break a mining project.
Absolutely. And finally, you need to look at the financial health of the company.
Okay.
Do they have the resources to fund their exploration and development activities?
Mm-hmm.
Are they reliant on volatile commodity prices to succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a clear plan for managing risk?
Essentially, you're looking for a company that's well managed,
Right.
operating in a favorable jurisdiction, and has a solid financial foundation. It sounds like a lot to consider.
It is.
But it's essential for making informed investment decisions in the risky world of junior mining.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, exploring a diverse range of companies and industries.
Yeah, a lot going on.
But as we wrap up, I want to bring it all back to the big picture. What are the key takeaways for our listener?
Okay.
Especially when it comes to understanding the opportunities and risks in the small cap market.
I think one of the biggest takeaways is the sheer dynamism of the small cap space. These companies are often nimble and innovative,
Right.
pushing the boundaries of technology, exploring new markets, and disrupting established industries.
They're not afraid to take risks.
Right.
And that's what makes them so exciting for investors who are looking for growth potential.
Exactly.
But of course, with higher potential reward comes higher risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Small cap companies often face challenges that larger, more established companies don't. They might be reliant on a single product or market.
Okay.
They might have limited access to capital, or they might be vulnerable to changes in regulation or economic conditions.
So it's a balancing act for investors.
It is.
You're looking for companies that have the potential to grow exponentially, but you also need to be aware of the risks.
Right.
And make sure you're comfortable with the level of uncertainty.
Exactly. And that's where due diligence becomes so important.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't just jump into a small cap investment based on hype or speculation. Take the time to research the company, understand their business model, assess their management team, and evaluate their financial health.
Essentially, treat it like a detective investigation.
That's a good way to put it.
Gather all the evidence you can before making a decision.
Right.
And speaking of investigations, I'm reminded of HPQ Silicon.
Okay.
And their quest to create a more sustainable and efficient way to produce fumed silica.
Yeah, their pilot plant is a fascinating example of how small cap companies can drive innovation.
I agree.
They've identified a need for a cleaner, more environmentally friendly production process.
Yeah.
And they've developed a technology that has the potential to disrupt a multi-billion-dollar industry.
But as we discussed earlier, they're not the only player in this game.
Right.
There are other companies out there pursuing similar goals.
Yeah.
So competition will be fierce.
It will.
What are some of the key differentiators that could give HPQ Silicon an edge?
Well, their focus on versatility is a major plus. Their reactor can produce fumed silica with a wide range of surface areas.
Okay.
Which means it can be tailored to meet the specific needs of various industries.
Interesting.
That gives them a broader market reach than companies that are only focused on one or two applications.
And their partnership with Evonik is a strong validation of their technology.
Absolutely.
Having a global leader in specialty chemicals on board as a partner opens doors to new markets and customers.
It does.
It's a sign that they're not just tinkering in a lab.
Yeah.
They're building real-world relationships that can help them commercialize their innovation.
For sure.
And let's not forget the sustainability factor.
Right.
As consumers become increasingly aware of the environmental impact of the products they buy, companies are under pressure to source their materials from suppliers who are operating responsibly.
For sure.
HPQ Silicon's cleaner, more efficient production process positions them well in this regard.
It does. It's a smart business strategy that aligns their financial interests with their environmental goals.
Yeah, I agree. It's the kind of story that resonates with both investors and consumers.
Yeah, it is.
Now let's shift gears to Dragonfly and their partnership with Volatus Aerospace in the oil and gas sector.
Okay.
This is a prime example of how drone technology is evolving beyond its traditional applications and finding its way into industries that were once considered off-limits. by combining Dragonfly's heavy-lift drone platform with Volatus Aerospace's advanced LiDAR technology. They've created a powerful tool for underwater mapping and exploration.
Yeah, I agree.
And as we discussed earlier, the benefits go beyond just efficiency and cost effectiveness.
Right.
This technology has the potential to make the oil and gas industry safer and more environmentally responsible.
Absolutely.
By enabling more precise exploration, better pipeline monitoring, and quicker response times to leaks or spills.
I agree.
And it's not just about oil and gas.
Right.
This technology has applications in a wide range of industries.
That's true.
From environmental monitoring and infrastructure inspection to search and rescue operations and even underwater archaeology.
Yeah, the potential is vast.
It is.
And that's what makes this partnership so intriguing.
It is intriguing.
They've tapped into a technology that's still in its early stages of development. But it's clear that it has the power to transform how we interact with the underwater world.
Now let's bring Brand Pilot AI back into the spotlight.
Okay.
Their decision to embrace cryptocurrency payments is a bold move.
It is.
That reflects a growing trend in the business world. As cryptocurrencies become more mainstream and user-friendly, more companies are exploring their potential to streamline transactions, reduce costs, and attract new customers.
I agree.
But as we discussed earlier, there are also risks associated with cryptocurrencies, particularly their volatility and the evolving regulatory landscape. For Brand Pilot AI, it will be crucial to manage these risks carefully and educate their clients about the nuances of using cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely. It's a balancing act between embracing innovation and managing risk.
For sure.
And it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for them in the long run.
It will.
Will they be seen as pioneers who are ahead of the curve?
Yeah.
Or will they be cautionary tales about the perils of adopting new technologies too quickly?
Time will tell.
It will.
But one thing's for sure. They're not afraid to push boundaries and challenge the status quo.
That's right.
And that's a quality that often separates the winners from the losers in the fast-paced world of business.
Oh, I agree.
Now let's turn our attention to the mining sector.
Okay.
Where Formation Metals and Galway Metals are both pursuing promising opportunities.
Right.
Formation Metals is making a strategic bet on a gold property with significant historical estimates, while Galway Metals has hit high-grade gold and is sitting on a valuable antimony resource.
That's right.
Both companies are operating in stable jurisdictions with strong mining traditions.
They are.
But they also face the inherent risks associated with exploration development and commodity price fluctuations.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that mining investments can be highly rewarding, but also highly speculative. Investors need to carefully weigh the potential rewards against the risks.
For sure.
And make sure they understand the factors that could influence the success or failure of these projects.
And finally, let's revisit GoGold Resources, which is on the verge of becoming a significant silver and gold producer.
Okay.
Their Los Ricos South project in Mexico is a testament to their ability to identify and develop high-quality assets.
Yeah, it is.
But as they transition from explorer to producer,
yeah,
they'll face a new set of challenges,
right,
including operational risks, cost pressures, and the need to stay ahead of the curve in terms of technology and sustainability.
I agree. It's a reminder that success in the mining industry requires more than just finding the right deposit.
Right.
It requires a combination of technical expertise,
Yeah.
operational excellence, financial discipline, and a commitment to responsible mining practices.
For sure. And for investors, it's a reminder that even the most promising companies face ongoing challenges.
Right.
And that diversification is key to managing risk in a volatile sector like mining.
Absolutely.
As we conclude this deep dive, I hope our listener has gained a better understanding of the opportunities and risks in the small cap market. Yeah, me too.
We've explored a wide range of companies, from those pushing the boundaries of technology to those unearthing valuable resources from the ground.
It's a dynamic
It is.
and constantly evolving landscape,
Yeah.
full of potential for both growth and disruption.
Agreed.
And for investors who are willing to do their homework,
Right.
it can be a rewarding place to put their money to work.
Remember, this is just a starting point.
That's right.
Don't take our word for it. Dig deeper into these companies and their projects.
Yeah.
Explore their websites, read their financial statements, and follow their progress in the news.
Good advice.
The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to make informed investment decisions and navigate the exciting world of small-cap companies.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep investing in the future.